All right, boss, we've been at the Canton Fair for a few days.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gone pretty well. We're right in front of the Guangzhou Tower, which is like a set of Chinese finger cuffs. And we are headed to the subway, and then we're gonna ride that until we get to the train station, and we're gonna take a ride to Shenzhen. Tice has never been to Shenzhen.
I am really excited for Shenzhen.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like one of the things I really want to go to, and I want to check out like the tech stuff that's going on there. So,
cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting.
Nice. Wait. She wants to go. She wants to go.
The dog has a death wish.
No, she wants to go for a ride. The Canton Fair is actually broken into 3 phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. Each phase is like 4 or 5 days. They each focus on some different products.
Right, yeah.
And so we skipped Phase 1, which was like automotive, I think, right? And bicycle.
Electrical.
Electrical.
As well.
It would have been actually pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we came because we had friends at Phase 2.
Yes.
And then Phase 3 will have like some apparel items and some different things that might
Clothing
be.
as well? Is that Phase 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So we'll go somewhere. But basically we have to kill a few days, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, because the 3rd phase is from the 31st of October.
Yeah.
So that's in like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Basically.
So we have a few days to go. So
Yeah.
go to Shenzhen, then we'll go to Hong Kong.
I'll go to Hong Kong because I gotta get out.
You do have to do that?
I
is
have to do a visa run.
Okay.
Yeah.
You basically reset your visa, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But also Hong Kong's kind of a neat place, and we'll go there for a couple of days, look around, forcing us to go to Hong Kong.
Oh, I have to go to Hong
For
Kong.
us,
And like,
for
there's
us.
nothing there to see.
I don't normally do this, but I have basically taken to using a fanny pack. And this fanny pack, I normally wear it around my shoulder, but it was chafing into my. It looks cooler when you wear it over your shoulder, like Tice is doing. But the problem is, it was just grinding into my neck, so I'm wearing it around my waist. But holy cow, it's packed. It's a lot easier to have my passport and my phone and things like that in my fanny pack than having to go into my backpack or my pockets.
Yeah, I love this thing so much. I know it might not be fashionable everywhere, but like here you get away with
It's
it.
functional.
It's
May not be
functional, and
fashionable,
that's-
but it's functional.
Yeah.
It is packed in here, man. Oh boy. I didn't think it was gonna be very packed. We were talking about how like everybody in this subway car has a phone that they're like glued to. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, look
yeah,
behind
yeah,
us. You
yeah.
just see people just constantly on their phone.
90%.
And when I was, when I was younger, and like my dad's life and everything, they would read a newspaper on the subway, or they would read a book or
I've seen
something.
photos of like, I think it was in the train you need, and everybody would have like these newspapers, like in this whole row, everybody would be doing that.
But Tice has this thing on his phone. What's it called?
It's called One Sec.
That's
the app, but basically what it does is you have like Instagram, and you would open it up all the time, and you would sometimes even think like, why did I open the app? But it's addictive. That these things are made to be addictive, that you like watch it more and more. And all this does, it works great on Apple. I don't know about Android, but before you open Instagram, it would say take a breath, and you would have to wait. Like
How many seconds? About 10
you
seconds?
can you can
Okay.
do it up to a minute if you're like really.
Jeez, a minute.
But I do like just 10 to 15 seconds of like having to stare at this line going up and down, and then you can click, do I want to go ahead? And
It
then
won't even let you
You can
into
even
the
make
app.
it like, how long do you want to spend on this app? Like 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it would do the
Make
same
you
thing
breathe
again. And it works, because it's like, those 10 seconds allows you to like think about, do I actually really want to do this right now? You
Yeah.
know what I think? Yeah, sometimes I would still be like, oh, I really need some Instagram right now, but sometimes it would be like,
Enough.
nah.
Yeah.
So it works, it really works for like, if you're addicted to those type of things. Like young people, I would say right now are like,
Is it connected to the app, or is it connected to your phone?
So Apple has something called shortcuts, so that like as soon as I open something, I can open something else. You can do those rules in like your app. It's like a different app that's like native to Apple phones.
Okay.
But I think an Android has got something similar.
Cool. Not cool. I'd hate that. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I just want access to my thing. I'd be like, why the hell did I install this thing that's driving me crazy? You think that guy knows his friend that he's laying on? Or no? You think that guy knows who he's laying on? Or the guy that he's laying on knows who that is? Or you think he's just allowing it?
I would think so. Is taking the train here easy? Like as in like getting a ticket and that sort of stuff?
Well, as long as your WeChat's hooked up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you got WeChat or Alipay, you can pretty much jump on and off any public transit in all of China. Whether it's a train or a bus or a bicycle.
Yeah, sure, bike.
Anything. Even DIDI and all the rideshare programs. You know, once your phone's hooked up, travel around here is inexpensive and, you know.
Yeah, inconvenient.
Yeah, inconvenient. All right. Now we gotta figure out what to do. Automatic ticketing. Yeah, I mean, we got to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what just happened?
We tried to take the train. I mean, it was kind of like an interesting experience because we both wouldn't have thought that like it would be. I mean, the problem was it was all booked full, sold out,
booked,
sold out till tonight. You know, like that's. Anyway.
We could have gotten on a train at 11 p.m.
Yeah. If even the price of this like e-hailing car is like I don't know how much more, maybe $3, $4.
Yeah. No. This was a much better deal. So we're in a DD, which is a like a Uber, and we're gonna get this car gonna drive us all the way to Shenzhen.
It's like an hour-and-a-half drive, and we're paying the same price as a train ticket.
Yeah.
You know, divided by the two, like total price.
Yeah. I was just assuming that from Guangzhou to Shenzhen, you could pretty much jump on a train, like a subway, just get on and.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
but
apparently you gotta book those things in advance.
Booked. For those of you that don't know, Shenzhen is a mecca for manufacturing of electrical items.
And me as a developer, I like my tech.
He likes that kind of stuff.
I am quite curious.
Yeah. I have gone to the Shenzhen marketplace and gotten a phone. I had an iPhone 6 and it had a cracked screen, and I went there and I watched the guy. He had a little headlamp on. He pulled the screen off. He pulled the battery out, replaced the battery, replaced the screen, replaced all the innards. Then he gave it back to me and he's like, you know, the back has a scratch on it, the aluminum. And I said, he's like, do you want a new one of those? And I'm like, basically, it's a brand new phone except for the internal components. So he took it, and I'm watching him do it. He's got like little baskets around everywhere, and he's pulling little doodads.
Cool.
And he pulls the back, and he replaces the back, and the back is like the back has the made by Apple in Cupertino, California.
Yeah.
So he takes the back; it has nothing on it. Then he puts it into a little machine, and the machine puts "Made in Cupertino." In California on the back, and he's like, "There you go, buddy. It's the same as new." I was like, "Holy shit, that's pretty cool." And it's open inside. Look at the internal. Oh, I bet you that's what it is.
What is it?
It's a ski slope. I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's a ski slope.
Let me
but
see the
so
text.
massive.
It says pink shred. That's like that's snow.
Holy cow!
Snow.
Look at the size of that thing. I mean, that's an incredible building project. If that was going on in Detroit or even LA, even in New York City, if that was going on, that would be like the biggest construction project in the States right now, you know? Like, that would be incredibly huge. It's one of the many projects being built, and I mean, look at this building right here. That is the size of, I don't know, but it's like a convention center or something. It makes sense that they'd build like a ski slope or something touristic next to a big human draw, like it's drawing people in. Okay, so we are in Shenzhen. Shenzhen holds a special place in my heart. If you look back in the catalog of JaYoe videos, way back, you'll find a few things here. You'll find a talk and walk with Winston Sterzel was here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking with my arch enemy. At the time, was not necessarily the arch enemy. He was just another YouTuber, and he was big in China, and I met with him here. But then I was on the cycle tour, and I ended up stopping here for a better part of Better part of a month.
Yeah,
Huh?
right. Before Winston.
No, Winston was first. No?
No.
No, okay, then before that.
Yeah.
Whatever, I spent a month here. If you were gonna pick a city that I was gonna move to, I would probably move to Shenzhen.
Right.
With no connection in Ningbo, no connection anywhere
Like
else.
first time in China.
I would move to Shenzhen. I like its proximity to Hong Kong. I like it's got good airport connection. You can fly all over the place. Look at that paint job on that Range Rover. It's like really the wheel rims. Those are pretty wild. Yeah, I spent some time here. I ended up meeting a guy named Josh who ran a gym here. And I reached out to him just now on my way in, and he's still in town, still living his life and has his family here. And so we're going to meet with him in a little bit. But before that, we're going to go to the electronics marketplace.
We're going to go to that mall.
Yeah, if you've bought an electronics, there's a high probability that some of its components, if not all of it, was made here in Shenzhen. We're going to drive past DJI's headquarters, where DJI makes... Yeah, it's on the way. We'll drive right past it, like the actual DJI drone manufacturer. So cool. We're waiting for a DIDI, and then when it gets here, we'll head out. A lot of traffic though. Man, it's so cool living in a place that's so busy. There's so many people I know that would be like, I hate having all of these people around me. I'm like, I love having all these people around me.
Are you ready for some tech? Like the most tech you've
Well,
ever seen.
I don't know.
Place?
Some of this stuff is pretty antiquated tech. It's just a lot of tech.
About the tech.
You can get
quality. It's not about the quality. It's about, you know, like being lost in tech. Camera stuff, that's you.
Yeah. Hello. That was either LED or a lady, she said. Hello, a lady. Hello, LED.
I mean, this is like, you know, this is for motherboards, you know.
Oh
like
yeah.
really,
They will build your computer build it.
Yeah.
Look at this. We've got like.
Yeah.
You can see the circuits and build. Yeah. Yeah, the higher you go, normally the more technical it gets. You'll have like, this floor will be like computers full on finished, and then as you go higher and higher, it'll get smaller and smaller.
Oh, like more detailed.
Yeah, more detailed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, typically with these places, the first floor is like the finished product, and as you go higher and higher, it breaks into smaller constituent parts. Although I'm seeing a lot of cables here.
Yeah, this is pretty.
I have a lot of these in my. I bought a whole bunch of these probably from Shenzhen for the van. Building the electrical system in my van, I'm seeing a lot of things that I ended up using. That is an optical fiber fusion splicer.
And what is that?
I don't know, but I think you need to get one.
That's
a fusion splicer.
Guy.
What is a fusion? What the hell is a fusion splicer?
Harmonization? Is that a word? Harmonization?
You want a Bluetooth cable for your? You want a cable for your phone? I bet your girlfriend would like that.
Right.
Like
a
LED.
sort of thing. Quite long. Yeah. 这个多长？1.2米。比较短的吗？
This one. There's 3 more floors, I think. Okay. Or you can go all the way up. I bet they'll go all the way up, to be honest. More than that, that's 9th floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd paradise.
Oh, yeah. This is like nerd paradise. I have some nerd colleagues, and they would like, you have to go to this place.
Annie has a Dyson hairdryer. And there was an entire section over there of nothing but Dyson hairdryer knockoffs. But they were probably genuine like designs of the original Dyson that they were like, they just copied it. Every single floor here, all the way up, all the way down. Stocks.
Yeah, these are stocks.
Yeah, these are stocks. Whose stock is the question? Whose?
Do you know that like red, like it's inverse. In China, red means good.
Yeah.
So that's growth.
Yeah. It's the same thing when you refer to something as being in the black. In the black is good. Like if you say you're in the black.
Is in China, in the red means.
I know.
Good.
Black and red are both signifying blood or death. Green means good, but green doesn't mean good in a lot of ways.
In China, red means fortune.
That's true. That's true. Right.
The server, I don't know.
Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going? I used to build my own computers from scratch. I'd buy a tower and I'd get DDR3, I think it was the memory or something like that. I don't remember. Like, you know, you'd buy the memory components, you'd pair them with the right processor, and then you'd get the hard drive. And back in the day, it was like, ooh, I've got a 500 gigabyte hard drive. That thing is a monster.
That'll be a lot.
You know, that would be the biggest.
Or
just
you
building it all.
like.
Yeah. I screwed it all together. I used to love that stuff. Now I have a MacBook Pro, and then that thing's pretty much pretty hard case. It's the way it goes. You don't really adjust it too much. Would that be a nice video production setup there? 6 screens.
Well, for coding, it's like well, it can get too much. But
too much real estate.
Yeah.
What are these?
Yeah.
These are LED screens.
Fiber optic tools. So
this is like the back of the hall. The Canon Fair.
You would come here and you know what you're looking for. They're not going to display it in any nice way.
There's a lot less marketing up here. It's memory chips wrapped around with rubber bands. The smells of cigarette in the air.
Think about what that means. Oh, 8 terabyte now. Isn't that outdated?
Well, this is probably where all those things go and sell on the secondary market, you know?
Right, yeah.
Levels and levels and levels and levels of little electronic components. Okay, this is the 10th floor.
10th floor, I was going to say 9th.
This is the 10th floor.
Electronics.
I am so comfortable in this sort of surrounding, and this sort of surrounding would make so many of my friends back home completely uncomfortable.
Watch out.
There's a bike! Oh my God! So many people. I'll protect your stuff. You gotta hold your bag. Gotta hold things tight. You know. Yeah. We just walked through that building, but this is another electronics market. And then there's another I think they're all over the place. They're all over the place.
I just did a Google search, and this is like one of the biggest ones, sort of.
Yeah.
I was just like going from that experience, like it's a bucket list item, you know, check the box.
And what do you think? What do you think?
It's cool.
Was that cool?
It's just like, you know, it's like all of the tech sort of like, I mean, I've been to like messy malls before, but like a tech one and like all of that. I mean, I'm not really a hardware guy. So to me, it's more like the vibe and like seeing these people working there and like just that sort of stuff.
All the trinkets and
all the
components. Oh, I took a smudge off the glass. Now look at that. It's so much clearer. Whatever.
You can actually see us.
Yeah. Before it was like, is it cloudy? It's not cloudy out here, but it's cloudy in there. China is full of lights. I mean, I don't know what China's electric bill is, but but I ain't paying it.
Yeah.
We have come. I guess that means we're Shenzheners. We have become Shenzheners. Shenzheners.
I just didn't know myself just enough. You know, I didn't know myself enough. And that trip taught a lot about myself, you know, who I am and what I appreciate in life and that sort of stuff, you know.
Tyson and I are talking about like the different, the path in life, you know, and the different people that you meet kind of help guide that path or nudge it in a different direction or whatever.
Exactly.
I met a guy in Ningbo who might be watching this video, probably is. And he's like, I want to meet you before you leave Ningbo on coming to Guangzhou. And I met him and he said, you know, I don't want to blow smoke, you know, but you are a lot of the reason that I ended up moving to, and I'm not like I don't want to like talk out my ass either, you know, like but he literally said, he said, Matt, you know, you're one of the reasons I'm here, and it's being here changed my life.
I'll say it. He was the reason. Well, yeah, he was part of the reason that I moved to Taiwan, and like I got me interested in like the Asia and China and everything. There were a couple other ones, but I think that when he was making the China videos, he just got me started. He just got me interested in this place, and I kept going, and that brought me to Taiwan, and now I've got this life in Taiwan and everything. You know,
you never know what interactions are going to push you to what ends. You know.
Exactly.
Hello. And you know, and you never know, you know, and sometimes it's going to be good, sometimes it's not going to be good. You can learn from the bad just like you can learn from the good.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a rough experience there, but that like ended up being like actually one of the best experiences for me personally. Yeah,
he had a rough experience. It could have dashed your idea of coming back to Asia, right?
Yeah.
It could have very easily been the end.
Yeah.
And instead you persevered.
Well, basically I got a relationship, and that's what brought me back.
That'll happen.
But that's another thing, you know. She came to my life, and you know, she like helped me a lot. Now I'm super happy. You know, now I'm really happy, and I'm happy it all happened. I got no regrets. You know.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah. I mean, you know, hello. One of the crazy things is, you come to a place like this, you realize how big the world is. It's just enormous.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are totally different from what you experience. Like, you know, he's from a small, would you call it a village? Village in the Netherlands, a town?
Town.
Well, if you're comparing it to this, it's a...
it's like... It might be these buildings together. Like, just this block here would have more people than my town. right.
This intersection. Right.
Would be living in my town.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Look at the street we're walking over. It's super cool. Look at all the delivery drivers. These are always the shots I regret not being able to get if I'm on my own, you know, walking across a busy street in Asia. All right, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Orange and wheat. Wheaty orange.
Wheat orange.
Wheat orange.
Very nice.
Oh, I remember